That's my spoken word piece I'm working on. I'm submitting that to the Met, which I think is a museum. I'm submitting that to all the art museums in New York. And that is that's my art piece, created vocal tones, and it's called Free Palestine. And I'm just like, that was like the echoes of suffering, that's just the echoes of suffering from all the people that are hurting or whatever. I saw on TikTok like stuff, people are, free Gaza, so like I went out and I said free Gaza loud. And so welcome back guys. I just want to discuss the campus chaos on campus.
Chaos on campus, guys. Israel, Gaza. Why are Columbia students protesting? As the article says here. Why are Columbia
Yeah, so I've kind of been, there's been Palestine, Israel protests for how many months now? Since October, when I was still employed. And look, I just want to, really, I wanted to open up the podcast and say this. Like, I've been talking about how I'm looking for a job right now. And I've been receiving millions of emails, like thousands of hundreds of thousands of messages, and they all say, "I'm sorry you're unemployed. I'm sorry. Hope everything's good. Do you need me to send money? Like how much?" And I tell them like, at least $100K per person. But like, I just want to say, like, it's great you guys are sending me money by the hundreds of thousands, but most importantly, I want you to stop saying unemployed, because I prefer the term unjobbed. Okay? It's hurtful when I hear unemployed or job or, lost my job, etc. Like, I'm not my job. I'm my own person and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't somebody here, like, trying to tell you, like, don't try to make, assumptions and shit about me, because I get that, like, grind in every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing, like, 12 TikToks a day and shit on just how, like, talking about the unjobbed lifestyle, and trying to spread awareness for my condition and shit. Like, most importantly, I do social medias every day, like 12 TikToks that I'll maybe go live on Instagram, YouTube, and I just let people know what the life is like, because like I'm raising awareness for the unjobbed out there. Now, I know that's kind of similar to unjabbed, and I don't want to sound like some kind of crazy anti-vax person. But unjobbed is a start. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a not like not in between job positive. um like without a job positivity that I'm trying to raise awareness for, because like I know like everybody says to focus on like, all right, get out there, start searching for jobs, start applying every day. You know what I do? I just try to talk about the experience of my life and how hard it and my struggle. Like you guys out there, like you might be unjobbophobic, or like you might be, because like everybody's kind of phobic for homeless people or the unhoused. And I say unhoused, by the way, because it's the new, like, polite woke way to say it, homeless, because, like, that does matter. Okay, words matter. And if you see one of these unhoused people asking you for money or whatever, first of all, give them money. Like, you should die if you don't give them at least half what's in your wallet. Look at them, treat them like a human being and shit. But, like, know that they're just unhoused, and, like, get over your phobia, because some of that trickles down to us that are just in between positive jobs, unjobbed but unemployed. Like positive unemployment is what I'm working on the phrasing, because it's kind of hard to think of a catchy phrase for it. Have body positivity. Like, how do I translate that to somebody who's not working? Not. I don't know. I'm working on it. Send suggestions in if you can think of any like terms that'll take off. I mean, the most important thing now in society is to have like a catchy slogan. Like, that's what it is. It doesn't even matter what's behind it. Like, actually, there shouldn't, like, preferably don't have anything behind it and just kind of have a catchy phrase. Because that's what's going on now in the college, in Columbia University here. People are just shouting like "Free Palestine" and like "Down with Zionism" or whatever, and like I'm like 95% sure that they don't know anything behind why they're saying that or what they're doing. um, so like I've been trying to ignore all this, because it's kind of the same thing that's been happening since the whole like Gaza conflict, the whole Israel-Gaza conflict. But now it's like becoming, basically it looks like what they're doing now at Columbia University, which is in Manhattan, and it is, I guess it's near up where Harlem is, like it's up there. For some reason I thought it would be near NYU, but NYU's closer to me. But yeah, I guess NYU isn't as extreme. I don't know why it's all at Columbia. Maybe they are more extreme at Columbia, I guess. I mean, I don't really get it, but this does remind me of the Evergreen University. I mean, I talked about this like over the pandemic, the Evergreen College stuff with them literally holding the professor and staff hostage at the campus because they let the students take control of the campus. That looks like what's happening here. And as usual, I see people going like, "Hey, maybe this will wake people up to this crazy shit." But I mean, all it seems to be doing now is just getting a little bit people more aware of what is going on with young people now, like what is going on with radical extremists. I don't even want to. It's really like not. I guess it's far left, but like just I don't really like calling it left wing, because it's really far removed from just regular left wing people. Yelling at Jewish people and not letting them come to classes is not really. Well, it's just radical. Like, even if it was right wing, it would still a really extreme radical thing to do, like whatever side it's on. So anyway, I mean, I guess people are talking about it though, because I just looked this up just now, and I guess where's that go? I guess even the governor and Mayor Adams are actually saying, "Hey, I'm horrified and disgusted by the anti-Semitism at Columbia," and they're naming Columbia. So I guess Columbia is the worst. And I mean, if you look at this photo here, they all have tents. It looks like a tent city, I guess, and it looks like Chaz Chop or whatever. Remember that, guys? Remember that cute era? Remember that whole thing, the autonomous zone? the Fallout game slash show society they wanted to create. I mean, we're in that show now. Now people at least are more aware of those games, and because it's a show now called Fallout on Amazon. Just giving it a plug here. I mean, we're headed there, except we're not worried about nuclear weapons anymore. Now it's just a like cultural apocalypse. It's not. Well, we may be actually we pretty much are headed into World War III now, but like, I don't know what it's going to be. It's either going to be that, and it's probably going to be both. But I mean, the thing is, like, there's no reason for this to be happening. It's just, it's going to be really hard for anyone to convince me this isn't only them reacting to TikTok clips they're seeing. Look, if you were this emotional about any any issue right now, like, chances are you're just seeing stuff on social media, and then that's why you're upset. If you're just if you're not following it, if you're not on TikTok or whatever, and not seeing the propaganda clips that go around, like, and I don't know who does that, what's the goal or whatever. Maybe it just is because the algorithms are like, they get catered to you. So if you see like a couple anti-Israel clips, then you'll just keep seeing more, and then you'll become like, what the hell? Israel's bad only. And then you start to even get in the mindset where you think, oh wait, like, you'll see a clip of Palestinians being bad, and then you'll go, well, that's fake. Like, I mean, that's what at the point we're at, where it's like, no, the other side is AI, and I don't believe that because I don't want to believe that. And my friends are all anti-Israel, so I'm just gonna go out, and I just don't get it. Even when I was in college and when I was stupid, when I was more stupid, when I was like younger, 19, 20 or whatever, and I was like hated George W. Bush and the Iraq War and stuff. I mean, I'd still be against that now, though. I don't really think I'd change that much. I don't think I would have been now like as upset at the president, because I feel like, well, that actually, you know what? That's the weirdest part to me. None of this is happening in the U.S. It's all overseas stuff. It's like, what? I mean, I guess New York at least is coastal, so it's closer. Maybe it's like, well, I don't know. It's just all dumb college kids. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Like, so I guess they're being arrested, but then they're just being released. I mean, on one hand, like, I don't know, like, all this stuff, like the TikTok and social media, like, it really fucks people up. I mean, especially somebody that young. Like, I might have to delete Twitter again because I keep checking it, like, and I'm supposed to be looking for jobs and stuff, and I'm like just checking it all day. And if I don't check myself, and shit, I'll just keep looking. Like, I'll keep opening it, and that's something I hadn't done in a while. Now I'm doing it again. It's like, this shit is just like, it ruins everything. I mean, and then AI is coming in. I mean, it's just scary to not know what's even a real post or like propaganda or whatever. I think we do need to teach people, like, there is propaganda out there. There is stuff that's just designed to make you upset. Because I just don't think people in America think America doesn't do like, just because we see it overseas, we just think it doesn't happen here. It's like, so like, I saw that they were making all classes virtual for the rest of the year, which I guess there's only a couple weeks left in the school year, because let's see, yeah, like, holding classes virtually, it said, because they're cowards, I mean, one thing is, I'm like, all right, there's not that much time left in the school year, so I guess I get it, but I don't. The thing is, like, I was bothered by that over COVID, like, locking down all the colleges and making them virtual. Like, what a waste of money, like, the the number one thing I got out of college is just being living somewhere else, like, and it's really lame to say this. It is really stupid. Like, people used to just do this, when they turned 19. They used to get a job and move out of your parents' house. But the way to do that, you know, now is to go to college or wait a while, because it's like not possible to pay for rent really anymore. So like, and I mean, I did basically I picked an out-of-state college because I wanted to just be out, like, independent more. And that was like the main reason I went. Like, it was like a huge amount of money, like a mortgage basically, but like I would really feel like upset and like I'm wasting my time if it was virtual. I mean, because unless you're getting a big discount, like, the whole point of going to a campus and all that, it's like a community. It's like, what I used to think what was good about colleges is you get yourself open to all these different views and, like, yeah, different cultures, but it's not just about skin color like everything is now. It's like you just are around people your age, and it's like it's a community, and it's all these different views and different things you're all learning, and, like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, and now I guess it's like, obviously it's all one viewpoint. There's no, I mean, I'm sure every college is different, and I'm just thinking about the cities like Columbia universities here, so. And I guess Yale is having the same. I guess like any, like, any, elite colleges now, they're all doing this. They're all like blocking Jewish people from. And I don't know if it's being, I will say maybe it's being exaggerated by the media, but like, they are pretty much for college students for a while now, so it's hard for me to believe that they would like exaggerate the protest. I mean, because now you have like the governor and Mayor Adams tweeting that they're disgusted with the anti-Semitism. And I think obviously the only reason they're saying that is because there's a lot of wealthy Jewish people in New York, and that's why. And it shouldn't be that way. But look, the only way that politicians care about anything is money. That's it. That's it. I mean, they they get there's lobbying and all that stuff. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but it's all like money and connections. That's all they care about, is like themselves or rich people. And because like there's so many wealthy Jewish people and companies, and so I've been noticing since October, since the whole Hamas and Israel and Gaza stuff, since that kicked off and shit. That kicked off, son. Kicked off, son. Kicked off, son. Kicked off, son. Yeah, look at this. Yesterday, more than 150 protesters arrested at NYU. So I guess it's going on at NYU. Yes. There's a NYU liberated zone. So I could go, you know what? Maybe I will try to just go look at NYU, because that's pretty close to me. And I was thinking about trying to just go look at Columbia and see if it's as bad as the media says, and then report back. A guy in his room, listener. I mean, these kids are so entitled. Like, first of all, and I'm not saying because they're protesting. That's normal. That's been going on since at least the 60s and all that. Like, but the fact that they're marching, it says marching to NYPD headquarters because some of them were arrested. That's how entitled they are, that they're like, we shouldn't be arrested. Just like anything we do should be fine. I mean, there really is like, it's like there's almost no. Let me just look at this NYU liberated zone, guys. The liberated zone at NYU. I mean, I don't get why they're doing that. I mean, do they want to not take their finals or what? Like, it's like right at the end of the year. It's like the thing. See, these are all not well. Okay, that's an Israel. Let me look at these news sources here. So I don't know what Slate is. It's probably like left wing and like trying to downplay. It looks like it's trying to downplay the protests here. What's really going on? So what they have like, they just are doing this like interview here, and they're like, actually, it's pretty great. I mean, that doesn't mean it is. It just means they're trying to. Okay, so they have a bunch of security guards now. I don't know which school this is. Oh, this is the Columbia. People are just chilling on the lawns, they said. The mood on campus is high. What are you people doing? Like, why are you doing this? This is fucking retarded. What is your point? What is the point of this? Just like what? Stop. Is it like, what is it really just to stop funding Israel? I mean, that's not fair, though. They got attacked in October. Like, I know, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me that you would just be like, hey, you guys have to just take everything that's happening. Like, don't do anything. Don't. Yeah, they're okay. So this is like some interview with like, I don't know. Let's see. So this is a student-run independent newspaper, the Columbia. Okay, well, who cares? So the students are complaining they're being arrested. So like, yeah, I mean everyone's on the lawn here. It just looks kind of like a fair or something. It looks like there's like a food market or something there. It doesn't look like, if it's really just that, okay, but like I still don't get it. Why? It just seems like every college student now is just always in a state of like upset all the time. Like they're saying they're having fun. I'm like, when do you guys have fun? I never hear about that. I never hear you guys having fun ever. All you do is yell about shit. Like, you're just upset all the time. This Jewish person tweeted, our friend had a Jewish star necklace, and then they got surrounded, and they were threatening us. See, this is just like showing the liberated zone. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I mean, this does nothing. Is Columbia funding it? Like, why? We're not going to leave the space until we achieve
full divestment from Israel.
Well, then you're not going to leave, I guess. I mean, what is Columbia going to do about it? What? I don't get it. Okay, so some of these other schools have had the encampments already dismantled after administrators intervened. So, like, Columbia is just letting it happen. You know, it's kind of ironic. Like, I found this podcast about this gynecologist that was a top Columbia employee, like university gynecologist or doctor. Robert Haddon was convicted in 2023 for sexually abusing women, sexually assaulting at least 245 women. I think I heard of this, like, and the podcast, I didn't finish it, but it just was saying, like, Columbia protected this guy for more than 20 years. They covered it up. They told people to not. So, you know, Columbia letting this stuff happen is not that surprising, that they're letting Jewish people be attacked or whatever. They think they're doing the right thing by letting this liberated zone. We're setting up an encampment, guys.
Liberated zone do not pass unless you stop funding.
I mean, who? Well, okay, so a rabbi told them don't go to campus. That is, like, in my opinion, a dumb thing to say if you're wanting people to not have history repeat with World War II, you don't tell Jewish people to stand down and hide. If I were them, I would just take my phone, record myself going into school, and just see what happens. Like, you will have it on video, and you could take your phone and go like, yo, I got this shit on video. You on video right now, son? Go ahead. You on video live, bitch. Go ahead, I got you on video. You're going viral. But that's what I would do, is I would just go in, I would record. And, you could easily get something going online from that. You would actually be, you'd be attacked a lot because there's all these young people that hate Jews now. I am going to try to go to NYU or somewhere just to see. But by then, it'll probably be, I don't know. I never, see the crazy stuff here. I'm always just told about it, and then, it's done by the time I'm, People think New York City is just, one little place, small place where, oh, yeah, what? Can you walk to Times Square? No, that's 50 minutes away from me. It's not like a small little city. What are they supposed to do? If you guys start breaking shit, oh look, now they're going to Chuck Schumer's home to protest. Well, at least that's a politician. Stop arming pro-Palestinian. Oh wow, it's here in Brooklyn. I didn't know Chuck Schumer was living in Brooklyn. I don't know how they found it. That is scary. I will but look, they're the politicians. Don't block traffic unless it's right at the politician's house. If you're gonna do this kind of stuff, if you do want to get crazy and extreme, go to the politician's house. At least, that makes more sense. It does come with the job in a way. I know it's. I don't know if I love that either, but it's just look, you're the politician. You guys don't help anyone about anything. They keep wanting to do both sides too. I keep seeing Biden go we support Israel. Oh, but you know what? These Palestinians really got it rough now. One, the same sentence he said. Because that's what they're all like. They don't pick a side. They have no sides. It's fake. Biden says one thing, and then he calls up Israel, and then he says, I'm sorry about what I just said, or whatever. It's stupid. Yeah, this is just cowardly shit. We're providing remote learning options for Jewish people. Okay, you're not allowing Jewish people to go to school. They should all sue, and you should be shut down as a college. Fuck that shit. I'm just done with colleges. You can all just... I hope it's done after this. I hope all of higher education is done. It's just all cowardly, not free speech at all. You can barely have anybody speak there that isn't exactly aligned with them. People get attacked. And now we have people just protesting and saying no more Jews are allowed. And they're just going, okay, fine, we'll have virtual classes. Okay, well, okay, fine, all right, don't cancel us. Oh my God. They do have an article here that's called Why Are Students Protesting? That's what I want to know. I get that there's conflict happening. Okay, so I guess the Columbia president testified in front of the House on Wednesday, which is always just a sham. Every time they have these, oh, look, Mark Zuckerberg's testifying. Nothing happens, When has anything happened? It's just okay, Senator. Oh, very sorry, Senator. We trying to make Facebook very interactive for everybody. Great. I'm sorry if anything bad happened. Well, you really did bad there, Zuckerberg, and you think about that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Senator. Okay, thank you, Zuckerberg. Anyway, we hanging out later? That's what they do. That's it. They mean nothing. Nothing happens. They shouldn't even call these arrests, too. All they do is go, all right, students, come along, go to the station for your fake, not arrest, that we're just taking you to look like we're doing something. We're mall security now. All cops can do now is be mall security and just go, hey, guys, go this way. We're TSA agents. We have, like, things we wait. We're basically traffic. That's all cops are now, is traffic officers or crossing guards or something. Like, hey, guys. Like, they're the people at the construction that, like, just wave people through or to stop. That's all they do now. Hey, guys, this way. Are you the Kill All Jews group? All right, you guys can go over here. Oh, you're with the Jews? You guys go home. We don't, like, you can go get the fuck out of here. You stink. You look like you're Zionist. That's like the new thing to call every Jewish person. You're a Zionist pig or whatever. I don't even know what that means. I guess it means like Jewish supremacy or something. That's how they act. Let me see here. Like, I just want to. So, like, this is Google News, and it has all these different news sources here. And they aren't really defending students now. So I think it has kind of gone wild a bit. So I don't really know what is happening anymore. Like, statement by NYU spokesperson. So someone, I guess it just happened yesterday. And like I said, NYU's pretty close to me. Like, why was I there? Well, I don't know. I guess I've done some comedy comedy mics and stuff in that area. Like, and whenever I go by, I don't always go by NYU itself, but I was by there a week or two ago, and it was fine. But all right, this happened yesterday. Somebody spokesperson. NYU spokesperson John Beckman. This is what he says. Today's events did not need to lead to this outcome. This morning, some 50 protesters began a demonstration on the plaza in front of the business school. This occurred without notice to the university and without authorization. The university closed access to the plaza, put barriers in place, and made clear that we're not going to allow additional protesters to join because the protests were already very disruptive of classes, etc. We made no move to clear the plaza at that point because we didn't want to escalate violence. I don't think anybody watches my video or the podcast anyway, but the university was deeply disturbed when early this afternoon more protesters, many of who believe were not affiliated with the NYU, suddenly breached the barriers. And then this development dramatically changed the situation. We witnessed disorderly, disruptive, and antagonizing behavior that has interfered with the safety and security of our community. At one point, we explained to the protesters they needed to leave in an hour and there would be no adverse consequences, but many refused to leave. We also learned that there were intimidating chants and several anti-Semitic incidents reported. Oh my God, man. Okay, so like, this guy's frustrated. And this is NYU. This isn't like, MAGA headquarters. This is NYU, but like, you can't even say this now. Like, this is right wing probably to say that. I mean, if you're not okay with being called right wing, you better get okay with it because you're going to. That's their technique. That's what they did in Maoist China. They called everybody a counter-revolutionary, a black class or whatever. And now here, right wing is the term. You're a counter-revolutionary. You're part of the black class, which was like, rich people. So like, and that was very much like, that was very much like what's going on now, because they did it with classes of people, like rich, wealthy people, like landlords, anybody descended from a landlord, anybody that had wealthy relatives was a black class, and you were shamed publicly. Cancel culture. That's happened on social media mostly, but it's really now becoming public with this shit. And now Jewish people, like here I want to say this to everybody who's confused, that is like, but I like the left and I was for BLM, and like I'm a left person and I'm good and I thought we were all good. What happened? Why are they against a Jewish person like me who, well, because they need an oppressor. They call you an oppressor if your skin tone is not brown. You are, like, there's oppressors and there's victims, and everything is viewed that way. You can call it like postmodernism or whatever, woke, social justice, whatever you want to call it. It really is like a post-communism, Marxism thing. But it's also called woke, and people act like woke is a term only Fox News people use. But it's really just an easy way to refer to it. Like, it is overused though, because sometimes stuff isn't woke and it's called that anyway. But that's what's going on. You thought that, I was against that cop killing George Floyd. Well, if that wasn't a white cop, like, they would have gone after an Asian. I don't know. Would they have? I don't know. Maybe it would have still been the same if it was like a Jewish cop or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, because you're in the oppressor class, Israel, Jewish people. Let me just look this up, because you keep using this bad search engine. Time Magazine is talking about this. That's interesting. All right, see, like, this is kind of good that more mainstream stuff is talking about this. That's pretty. Okay, so Time Magazine apparently is talking about this and made this article called "The New Anti-Semitism." And it says, following Hamas attack on Israel, October 7th, anti-Semitic incidents increased substantially. Okay, so this is a current article. And it said also I remember this. You guys remember in 2019, and this was pre-Koof.
COVID. Pre-pandemic. Do you guys remember? The Jew attack.
So yeah, there were random punches of Jewish people in New York. Do you guys remember that? I forgot until just now. The alarming rise of anti-Semitism. Oh, this was in Europe, but okay. Anyway, I remember those happening. Random Jewish people were being punched in 2019. This was pre-COVID, and then it switched to Asian people because of COVID. I guess this shit just was already happening. COVID might have made stuff a little bit worse, but I think only a little bit. So, Pittsburgh, there was 11 worshipers murdered at a synagogue in Pittsburgh by a shooter enraged at Jewish groups. Okay, so something is happening. Maybe it's not as simple as I'm thinking, where they just need a new oppressor class. You know how many World War II and Nazi movies there have been to tell us to not go back to this? Like, we have all those. We have all the racism movies about slavery. But I guess those World War II ones aren't working because Because, like, if you say, like, we're against anti-Semitism, then they'll call you, a Zionist and say you're glad that Palestinians are being killed. You can't ever be, just common sense anymore. All right, hold on a second. All right, so this article says, young Americans say Jews are oppressors. Calls for genocide are not hate speech. And here's what they want: Israel to be given to Hamas. They might not say Hamas. They probably say Palestinians. But that's what they want. They want Israel to give up. That's what I'm saying. And this has been going on. There is no goal for any of this stuff anymore. The Black Lives Matter, the George Floyd protests, I mean, there was no like, hey, we just want this to be a resolution. Like, there wasn't any. And I think that didn't used to be the case. Like, the Vietnam protests were anti the Vietnam War. And I was anti-Iraq war, but like, I pretty much would have had some like things I would have been able to say like, oh, well, this should happen and this should happen. Like, I wouldn't have just said, hey, just give up. I mean, the thing is, if they're watching people being killed in Palestine, or if somebody's watching it, Israel people being hurt in the war, it's like, yeah, that's gonna make you really riled up. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of young people are just watching horrible shit on TikTok or whatever, and it's just like, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like, they view people as Jewish people are oppressors. I don't think that means they're never gonna be like, hey, we'll have a resolution, because like they view like this whole hierarchy of privilege. There's no like outcome for that. Like, how do you like this? It's like if you're a Christian and you're like, okay, so there's the devil and there's the good side. I'm on the good side. I'm the Christian. And then if you go, well, what? Okay, we're on the bad side that you don't like. What should we do what do you want to happen? You're just going to be like, go away, like, like, there's no compromise, it's not like, hey, well, I guess like you do your thing and we do our thing. You do your thing as the devil and we stay, Christian. We'll go our separate ways, agree to disagree, but yeah, this is all because of DEI, which is that same viewpoint that I'm talking about. Like it says here, proponents of DEI cast white people as oppressors and black people as the oppressed. Now, in 2020, about George Floyd, it was just, American white people and then black people. Now, Israel is whiteness with a racist commitment to shattering the lives of non-white Palestinians. In fact, this guy says a former colleague of mine, a former DEI director, was told that Jews are, quote, white oppressors, and that it was her job to decenter whiteness. Now, I know how that sounds. Like, what does that mean? Decenter white? Oh, well, yeah, let's not focus on whiteness anymore. Okay. Nobody wants a white supremacist college program. Well, I mean, they really mean, like, get rid of white. Like, they do mean get rid of it. Like, now, I don't know if they'd go as far as saying, get rid of as, genocide or whatever, but look at how they're acting right now. I mean, do you think they don't mean dismantle? I mean, now I'm not saying every college student at the hanging out on the lawn joining the protests is like that. They have to mostly be people that are just going because they're like upset, but they're not. They're kind of just going, Well, we're all going to the lawn. All right, I'll go with. Like, how is it? Like, there's no way these college students are reading up on the history of Palestine. I mean, so I guess we'll see how that goes, guys. See how that goes. 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 Gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. I'm gonna keep following it. I'll let you know. Let you know. Let you know. Especially if I go. Especially if I go. Look at one of the campuses, Campi, which is the pearl of campuses. Okay. So I just saw this. It's not really that like important, but maybe it is to me. You ever think about that? Y'all ever think about that? Ha 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 ha. Y'all ever think about that? Huh? Breaking news tonight. Well, Alec Baldwin scuffle with anti-Israel agitator Crackhead Barney. This is the article headline, not making that up. Spilled onto sidewalk outside New York City coffee shop. I never see any celebrities. God damn it. I mean, maybe I should... Man. I was just talking about Greenwich Village. That's where NYU is. I don't ever see Alec Baldwin anywhere. But now he's not going to go back because here's what happened, guys. So he thought he'd just go in, get a coffee. It looks like he's on the phone. He's 66 years old, guys. He's a boomer. A boomer. A boomer. A boomer. 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 Baldwin. 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 Alec Baldwin. Okay, so Crackhead Bar. I don't know why that's her name. It's a lady with just a bra on for some reason. Crackhead Barney. I guess she's a crackhead? No, it looks like a protester that... Crackhead Barney is a far-left activist who is known for ambush-style interviews and outrageous public performances. In her original video, Crackhead Barney approached Baldwin and asked him to save... Oh my God, she tried to demand him... asked him to save free Palestine as he talked on the phone and waited for his order. Looks like he didn't say anything. I mean, look, I'm not a fan of Alec killing people Baldwin, but this is really out of line for Crackhead Barney to do. So this is like, okay, so I started to play this video, but I didn't finish it, but this is really good.
Please say free Palestine one time. Why did you kill that lady? You kill that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? No jail time, Alec. You're putting in...
Yeah, the employee saying sorry. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh my God. I don't even know if I'd recognize him, like just seeing him there like that. Like in this photo, I recognize him, but from the side, I don't think I would. I don't know. I mean, I would if I heard him or something. So he's like just getting a coffee, and she's like, free Palestine, and like, why'd you kill that lady? Oh my God. So she's doing what I was joking about earlier, like going like, you on video right now. I don't know who can be on her side. Like I'm not a fan of Alec Baldwin, especially because of that shooting, but I would not go say, why'd you kill that lady? Oh my God. Oh God. His head's almost hanging down here too.
Innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. I'm so sorry. Free Palestine, Alec.
Wait, is he apologizing to the lady that's filming? He's wearing... This guy's wearing a mask, this coffee employee, and he's going, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You can go ahead and tell him he's a murderer.
I'm so sorry, because I'm on the anti-Israel side, too. I'm a good person. Please, don't get me fired. That's what this guy's doing. He's going, I'm so sorry. Please don't get me fired. I really hate Jews, too. I'm on the side that hates the Jewish people, like you, which is the good side, by the way. That's the good side. I protested at Columbia and said no Jewish people are allowed to attend. I'm sorry. Look at this guy with his mask.
Just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone.
Look at he's looking at her. The way he looked at her. Oh my God. He glared at her there like how like but it was also like the way he glares at her here, it's like also a sad like you got it like why would you say that to me kind of thing like ugh, I don't know. I mean you can't if you're like if you look bad and do like if you and Alec Baldwin are in the same video and you look worse than Alec Baldwin, I mean, that's not a good sign. Why'd you kill that lady? Ugh. These are the kind of people that are now supposedly on the good side, guys. These are the on the right side of history people, guys. They go up to a celebrity and they say, why you kill that lady? In a call, when he's privately... really fast. Looks like he probably waited till it was like closed or almost closed because there's no one. Oh, wait, there's like two people in the back. Probably he waited and he just went in quick. All right, I can go in real quick. No one sees me. Nope. Oh, God. I mean, he also didn't cover his face or whatever. He like just looked at her like, are you kidding me? And like he looks like he's. Like, he won in this altercation. That's what happened. Alec Baldwin is on top now because of you, who were this lady,
no
crackhead.
Jail time, Alec. No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. Free Palestine, Alec. Just one time.
Okay, first of all, that if she's talking about that armorer lady, that was not an innocent person going to jail. She really did, like. That was like negligence, and she should be punished and not work again. I mean, maybe, I mean, Alec might, I mean, I do think it's kind of still arguable that, like, because to purposely say that he did purposely shoot someone, I mean, that is, like, pretty extreme to say, like, well, he purposely killed, like, that's, like, too much for me. I do think it was just like ignorance and like I just don't. I mean, the way he's handling it, probably I don't agree with that. But like to say this to him, I mean, look at that. Look at his face there.
And I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. I swear. Just say free Palestine one time. One time. One time.
Call the police.
One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a criminal. Come on, Alec. Just say free Palestine one time. One time. Just one time. Please. And I'll leave you alone. Free Palestine. Israel. Zionism.
Oh my God.
Please say it.
These are the kind of people, guys. These are the right side of history people.
One time.
Could you do me one quick favor?
He did grab her phone at the end there. I can't believe he stayed there and just... But this is where it is now, where, like, celebrities are, like, losing all their power. You know, like, he did stand there like, hey, get her out of here. Like, he was motioning for them to take her out of there, like, security. And, I don't know if he realizes this, but those are the right side of the history people. And you can't do that, you know, to them. You can't do that. Like, yeah, a cop might come and escort her out of there, but that's where it's ending. Like, she will not be arrested. You're bad. You're a white guy. And you're a Zionist, even if you're not even Jewish or don't care. You're just, like, if you don't say free Palestine, like, He's on video not saying Free Palestine when she insisted he say it. So, all right, I want to see if that got covered differently anywhere else. This site says Alec Baldwin slaps phone out of woman's hand. Did he slap it? It kind of looked like he just covered it there. Okay, this one is well, of course, because there's a Jewish. Okay, so you could see that he was very upset, and like you could tell he was like trying to like make it. It just looked like he was really trying to calm down and not be caught being angry because, like, this is a black girl. She's saying Free Palestine. He doesn't want to be seen as like. So, I mean, she's not in jail. She's not going to be arrested. Her recent videos largely consist of her swearing at cops and telling pro-Israel people such things as, they're not coming home right, referring to hostages kidnapped by Hamas. She then stalked about outside, talking to herself about how Baldwin had assaulted me. I should press charges, while calling random passerbys racist and Zionist bitches. Right side of the history, people, guys. Okay, so she calls this performance art. My
performance art in confrontational media is a statement about the double standards of society in the U.S.
She said in a statement after the incident. Crackhead Barney is her name. I don't know if she gave that to herself, but like, she has 100,000 followers on Instagram, which is probably people just laughing at her. So she's an idiot. I mean, this is who is on that side right now. Like, what is her argument? Yo, you getting a coffee while Palestine is, like, what? Oh, wow, look at this. In December, Alec Baldwin was surrounded by protesters on the sidewalk who demanded to know whether he condemned Israel. Why? Alec Baldwin protester speaks out after actor punched phone, revealing whether there were pressed charges. She's an anti-Israel activist, and as you can see, very informed about all the issues, very intelligent. Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time. Yeah, and then that's how you approach him, and you expect him to say and then to, you know what? I'm glad he didn't say it. Like, I will say that, because I don't know, these people like are insane. I mean, they are dumb as fuck. These people are not smart. These people who shout this shit and wear the signs and, the ones that do this especially, like, purposely go and, like, her whole thing is to disrupt people and make a scene. Like, she's not doing performance art. She's making a scene on Instagram. Tons of people do that. I mean, people have been doing that for forever. Like, that's the least angry I've heard of him in any kind of situation. Like, he used to like flip out at people. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep track of our great society and what's going on in the world and how great everything's going and people getting along. Well, this might be a funny thing I mean, it's disturbing, but I'm going to look this up. Spanish politician resigns after photos reveal he offered himself as, quote, sex slave. Daniel Gomez del Barrio, hitherto, which I never use that word. I should start using hitherto. Hitherto, people. I'm going to start speaking in like old English, Middle English style. Okay, so he resigned at the behest of the local mayor. This judgment was prompted by the appearance of a number of movies and pornographic ads starring him, in which he asked for it to be treated like a coprophagous organism and requested to be the object of sexual actions. Let's see. He is, in particular, recordings from 6 years earlier came to light in which Gomez Del Barrio professed his willingness to engage in sex abuse and even expressed enjoyment in being humiliated and used as a toilet. In addition, he demonstrated a readiness to partake in verbal sex and prostitution. So, and then there's photos here of him eating shit, which I think is what that coprophilia it's called, which refers to the intentional consumption of human excrement. And those are 2 photos of him doing that right there. I hope to God that's fake poo just to like make the video. Like 2 girls, 1 cup, we all thought that was fake. And I think it was, but not 100% on that. Where to go? Okay, so I kind of want to find more articles on this because this is not the one I read before. Had lunch yet? Might want to take a deep breath before you read this one. I just like this picture of him. He looks like he's like... Oh my god, dude. Here we go. This at least sums it up better. Spanish politician resigns as municipal councilor over leaked photos and videos show him eating poo and offering himself as a sex slave. Went viral on social media. There he is looking scared or like, oh no, I'm caught face or whatever. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, I didn't know. I did not mean to do this. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I did not eat the poo. So the counselor suggested that he was Daniel Gomez de Barrio was eating poop in the alleged leaked photos. Besides, it was also purported that Barrio offered himself as a slave to eat other people's poop. I'm going to go on Twitter or X. Although you can still go to twitter.com and it's the same. There he is right there eating poo, guys. He's a gay Spanish politician. To be fair, I don't know if the gay part has anything to do with this. Like, I feel like you could be straight and also be this much of a freak, too. Breaking news. Poo Man strikes again.
Pooh Man is back in town. Hide your toilets, hide your wife. Pooh Boy is coming to town near you guys. Strikes again, strikes again, strikes again, strikes again. Puts the brown all over town, 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 all over town. Hey guys, no need to flush when Mr. Pooh Boy is coming over. When Daniel Gomez de Barrio shows up, no need to flush. Leave those logs floating right in the toilet. He's gonna clean that up for you, and then he's gonna post it in a Craigslist ad, okay?
In one video, he's the counselor. I keep getting that confused. He's in his late 20s only. I mean, he looks like the singer of Taproot or something in this photo. Hey guys, we have a new single called Poem coming out. This song is Poo to myself. Tap poop, if you know what I mean. Tap poop. It's a small town around 30,000 people, which doesn't sound that small. He represented PSOE, the main left-wing party in Spain. Look, you have to admit that the left is really fucked up right now. And I mean, that does make sense, because if you're the party of, like, freedom of choices, you know. Although, no, that's not true, because a lot of the right-wing people will be really anti. You'll notice that a lot of the right-wing conservative politicians, they'll go on camera and they'll say, like, hey, I'm very against being used as a urinal and eating feces and urine. But then you'll see secretly they're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, there's that whole anti-poo pee eating segment of the GOP. This is so fucking awful that imagine first of all that you're into this. What happened to you? Where you had to be molested or something? Like, I know that's dark or whatever, but like, how do you get into this shit? Like, literally, how do you get into this?
Shit. Yo, how you get into this shit?
I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how.
I'll tell you how. You got it done to you when you was little, and then you got a thing for it to like live your trauma out again. Just fucking piss on me. Just fucking piss on me, all you care.
Oh yeah, just fucking pee on my mouth. Yeah, see, me encanta poo. Okay, so in one video, he was seemingly naked on the floor and eating his own feces. Okay, so at least they did the right thing and they blurred out the shit that he's eating here. Videos circulated, or photos circulated and went viral. Did the video also? Yeah, on porno websites. So, I mean, this dude is done. Like, how do you, you can't, I mean, Jeffrey Toobin was one thing, but he wasn't on video that then circulated. It was just a report of him doing that, which is really bad by itself, horrible. Something I didn't think he would come back from, but he's out. He's tweeting right now. I mean, he's out again. He's, but anyway, there was no video or photos of him doing that. This guy's on video eating shit and naked on the floor. I mean, I'm sure if I was him, I would just pretend it's a deep fake or something because he's a politician. Okay, so look at this. This is interesting. So these are, by the way, these are who the politicians are now. If you thought that lady going after Alec Baldwin was bad, I mean, she'll be a she'll be elected. She'll be elected soon. This is what's happening. Remember George Santos? He just lied about everything. He just there was that one Chicago mayor lady that spent all their money and was calling them racist even though it was all black residents. There's that other guy, Menendez or whatever in New Jersey, had a bunch of gold bars that he was and then there was the energy or something spokesperson that stole all the suitcases that Biden hired. Remember that? I talked about that a while ago. And now look at this. This is I mean, is it that surprising? I just talked about a diaper spa a couple months ago. This is who the politicians are now. This is who's representing people now. I mean, with everybody so fucked up now, it makes sense because statistically you would have these people. And we probably already did have people like this. They just, that's kind of almost okay, maybe there's a silver lining to this social media. I mean, not really, but just the fact that we know about this now. Because remember Anthony Weiner got exposed because, I mean, he was sending dick pics left and right, just it almost seemed like he wanted to be caught the way he was sending so much shit out. Sorry about the pun I didn't intend that pun there about the sending shit out. I don't mean literally because this guy would be hungry if he heard me say that. Sorry to make you guys hungry, but yeah, so there was Anthony Weiner. We found out that because it was leaked. And now, no pun intended with the leaking too, because he's in the urine too, I think. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm making you guys too hungry. Your stomachs are probably grumbling because of the poo and pee talk, and you're all hungry for it. But, this leaked, and we now know this about this guy. So is that a good thing? Is that a silver lining? I don't know. A report from the French news source FDS claimed that the politicians were offering himself up for sexual use and described him as wanting to be, quote, exposed, humiliated, and degraded. He also described his desire to, quote, and you can tell he's a really smart, eloquent public servant by the way he talks here. He wanted to, quote, eat cocks, be a whore, and be used as a urinal, claiming he referred to himself as a sexual slave. Eat cock. He likes to eat stuff, I guess. Shit, cock, piss shit. He attended a February council meeting with total normality, where the leaks were only a residual issue. However, on March 22, more photographs of the council began to spread around the town, like his probably AIDS that he has. During the traditional Palm Sunday celebrations, and, quote, nothing else was talked about by the residents of the small community. Another source suggested that further images of Gomez were available on the internet, which is a new thing. That I don't know if I've been trying the internet out lately, so where he was naked and his official council ID was visible. See, that again is like Anthony Weiner, and like he's getting off on the fact that he's not supposed to be doing this and he wants to be caught or something. I'm gonna show my council ID in the video. Like, Jesus, he was the. Guess what, guys? Good news. He was the town's council's head of youth, children, and families. So that's good. How did I just see this? This says April 12th. Why did I just now see this? I don't know. So I guess this wasn't like as new as I thought it was. I thought it just happened. Well, it says 11 days ago. Okay. 10 days ago. Okay, so I guess it wasn't like as new as I thought, but I mean, pretty crazy, guys. Okay. I should end it, but I want to end the episode with this. Everybody is did I do that? I hope I didn't do this already. I guess I'll do it again, though. I'm just going to repeat it if I did it again before. So everybody's getting dumber, and I'm not. I mean, me too. Because of the online stuff and because autocorrect and just like everybody's getting really dumb with grammar. And I noticed it a lot on Twitter because everybody's saying, and it's like people are, it's catching on. Somebody will say something really wrong grammar-wise. And then it just seems like that's making it happen more, maybe. Like, let me just Google this. Oh, I did talk about this, didn't I? Oh, I just mentioned it. People saying should OF instead of should have. Look at this. So even if I did do this before, it's an update because just to see how many tweets come up with really dumb people, okay? Should have. Oh, wait, I should have put the quotes around it, I think. I did this before and like tons of shit came up. Yeah. Here it is. What it should have been. And it's a picture of some show. Here's another one. Justin Clarence Thomas should have took John Oliver's offer. Should have come home a long time ago. OF. What should have happened? We should have done this years ago. This should have been enough evidence. What else is there should have and there's also would have. Ugh. Someone who would have flourished. Who would have thought that all this would have started with Pusha T? And this is funny because somebody trying to sound smart and then saying really dumb shit like that. An investigative journal worth their salt would have OF investigated ESG agency link. Whatever. Here's another anti-Semitic thing. which is funny because, okay, so this was at a pro-Palestinian march, and this guy comes up, and I guess he's a journalist maybe or something, and a guy goes up to him and says, "You are quite openly Jewish. This is a pro-Palestinian march. I'm worried about the reaction to your presence. You're very openly Jewish. Would have hit with my red shell," someone says. This would have been me. Yeah, I don't know. What other, yeah, I'm not even being nitpicky, like, oh, put a comma here, like, people are just really dumb now. Like, I'm going to look up your two. It could be anything before two, but I'm going to look up TO as in. Somebody said, I think you're two, follow yourself, but TO there. That's one. Another one, you're too precious, TO. You're too sweet for me, TO. Yeah, there's a million of them. I was joking with my friend, though, about another one. I don't think anyone would do this, though. My friend, like, and I don't know how he did this, but he said they won. I forget what team it was, some football team, and he said ONE instead of WON. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I don't think hardly everyone's going to make that mistake. It's too unique. All right, I think I'm going to have to think of more and maybe look it up next time. Somebody put, one guy looks like they're hearing some of the lyrics for the first time. That's probably just a, too quick typing thing. I mean, I definitely make a lot of these mistakes, too. But it's just funny that, so many people do online. You just search anything in quotes, and you'll just see millions of posts with the same thing. But anyway, like I said, say Free Palestine now. Say it.
Fuck Zionism. Fuck Israel, yo. Why you killed that lady? Why you murdered that lady and shot her and killed her? Oh, what? You don't want to talk to me after I called you a murderer and shit? Say Free Palestine, bitch. You on camera now. You on camera. I can do whatever I want on camera, bitch.
The whole world now is just Cartman. In that old episode where he was on Jerry Springer and saying, "I do what I want." That's all of society now. I do what I want. Fuck you. I do what I want. Fuck you, mom, bitch.
Fuck you, I do what I want, bitch. What I want, bitch. What I want, bitch. What I want, bitch. What I want. Say Free Palestine. Say it. Say it.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.